Welcome to Live at Icon Towers. How are you doing? How has your weekend been? Well, we have another wonderful package for you this evening. It's going to be fantastic. We have some young talents that we're going to be introducing. Just like yesterday, we were able to bring to you some content that was family friendly, and a lot of young people really appreciated that. And I love and appreciate the feedback. Thank you so much for chatting. Thank you so much for calling. Thank you so much for sharing. So our usual tradition is time to share. Share. So bring out your phone and share the link. You know how we do it. Just share the link. So I'll give you some moments and then we are going to roll. Share the link. I see you. Pastor Joyce Fadi, good to see you. You're welcome on the show. I'm looking forward to having you on the show next week as we bring some of your videos. Good to have you. Good to see you. So let's share the link and let us get ready for a wonderful evening. If you have children, they might enjoy today's version as well, because we're going to bring you some talents. Some people have sent in some videos from different parts of the world, and it's very, very interesting to see how people are, this time of shutdown has brought out creativity as young people are getting on keyboards, getting on guitars. They're bringing out their pens and their biros, they're drawing, they're painting, they're singing, and we'll bring a bit of that to you today. So sit tight and enjoy the show. So who do we start with today? Let's see.
Tell me I was looking. I be Peter Pan, I just wanna bring the hook in. Sing another melodies, F and I chap 3, take it down to 17, looking at a good thing. They can't trust a brother with a strap. In the faith, see my brother's got my back, and we back that shit. With a love to elapse that, to the point, now this thing's never abstract. You can have that. Lord knows I'm not alone anymore, give me a hand clap. Pause. I can now rest assured that my family act as a canopy, covering the G when the dark gets a hand on me. Shouts to my family, act as a canopy, covering the G when the dark gets a hand on me. Indeed. Let me breathe. I'm looking to the body for the remedy. Let me breathe. I'm looking to the body for the remedy.
Sound angel for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Take over with you by my side. I never had to worry. Been no chance, no doubt in my mind. I know you'll be there for me. It's so good to know. It's a good thing. Good thing.
To a bottle, full throttle, hoping to shuttle these feelings to the other side. Many looking for sound mind, follow and everyday feeling. Black out, they look to the ceiling. I see a holder achieving nothing, the pain is deceiving me. Wait, bring accountability. I've had low days and slow days. I've had yes days and no days. I've had real days and role plays. But there is no better feeling to know I have people praying for me that I can talk to. Small gist to life we could walk through. Rich relationships, my fortune. Export truth, escort you to the court of he who calls you when sure they ought to. Real friends, my canopy. We call that family. So let me breathe. I'm looking to the body for the remedy. Let me breathe. I'm looking to the body for the remedy.
Sound angel for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Take over with you by my side. I never had to worry. Been no chance, no doubt in my mind. I know you'll be there for me. It's so good to know. It's a good thing.
Take away. I'll never go back now that I found you. Whatever may come my way, I know you're right here with me.
So let me breathe. I'm looking to the body for the remedy. Let me breathe. I'm looking to the body for the remedy.
Sound angel for a night, but joy
Welcome to Live at Icon Towers. I was watching the video online and I got carried away. I actually forgot I was presenting a show. Can you imagine? That's interesting. You know? Well, the very first person I'm going to bring to us is called Aaron, the bassist. This guy is just about 8 years old. And Aaron, I first saw his video 2-3 days ago. It was posted, I think, by Bishop Bob Alunga, and I was like, who is this guy? So I went to research him, and I was impressed with his passion, his skills, his creativity, his facial expression as he just enjoys playing the music. Honestly, you decide. Let me know what you think, but let me let you decide. Just check this out. Welcome back. Wow. Welcome back. Wow. That was amazing, man. We're going to hear or see some more stuff from him later on. Aaron, the bassist, 9-year-old. I also want to bring you another video from a lovely, beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. I mean, I first heard this lady or young girl sing and I was like, wow, this is raw talent. The name of the girl is Faith Bahago. She's also known as Hepzibah Keys. She is amazing. So I believe she's watching all the way from where she is. Maybe we'll get to speak to her, not today, but some other time, because I'm not sure we'll have enough time to open the lines today because we have a packed program. But Faith Bahago, also known as Hepzibah, thank you for sending this video as you just played with your dad in the studio. This is inspiring. This is lovely.
Stone glows right on a mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like a swirling, storming sigh. Getting defeated, haven't known that I tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fear the ones controlling me can get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, let it go. Will not rise like the break of storm. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Here I stand, and here I'll stay. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. Standing frozen here in the light we've chosen. You won't find me. The past is out behind me, buried in the storm. Standing frozen here in the light we've chosen. You won't find me. The past is out behind me, buried in the storm. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold me back anymore. Let it go, let it go. The perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that just amazing? So that was Fate. Wow, beautiful. When I was that age, I don't think I could hold a note. And these guys are just smashing it. I mean, just the vocals, playing keys, recording. This is amazing. We want to encourage those talents. So please keep sending in those videos. Let's encourage them because they are the future. They are the ones, and I'm happy that they're starting young because they'll be able to create wholesome content. That's the whole idea of Icon Towers. We want to build a community of creative people, to encourage them, to build a platform so that people can actually express themselves creatively in a way that brings God's glory, and also edifies, builds, encourages, and nurtures people in a positive way. Okay, I'm also going to bring us information of a very important podcast called Treasures for Living. Treasures for Living. Check it out.
Welcome to Treasures for Living. I am really excited to be telling you about our podcast that's going to be starting soon. And this is just a video to just welcome you to Treasures for Living. I will be sharing over the next couple of weeks about a topic called Survive. And that's just based on, a bit of it is based on my testimony, having walked through cancer. In 2012, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and God taught me principles and nuggets and things from the Word of God that caused me to walk through that season. And I am so excited to be here today. I'm not going to say it's morning, afternoon, because it might be coming to you at any time, just to be sharing with you these principles. I know this for a fact that God has spoken to me to minister to hurting, wounded people, and I carry within me a passion and a love and a drive to see people succeed. Not just hurting people, but women, young people. I just have a passion. My passion, my goal in life is to equip other people so that they can go forward and fulfill their destinies. One of the things I noticed is that because of the things happening in the world nowadays, there's a lot of suffering, their afflictions, their difficulties, their challenges, and people are giving up on life. You see them going to work every day. You see them, maybe when you go out, you meet them on the playground, you meet them at the bus stop, and they look like, oh, we're together. But actually, a lot of people have given up on life. So if you are not careful, what will happen is you will walk through life without actually standing up within yourself, without actually coming forward, being present, being upfront and center. And that will be because of the different things that the enemy has brought your way. I was at a point I turned 40, and I was at a point where I just thought, when I was diagnosed with cancer, I thought, I've had enough. Like, I can't be bothered. I'm not going to fight this. But you know what? God said to me, Nandi, if you give up, you will die. And I realized that I had a choice. I had an option. That I could have gone through it and just gone through the motions, or I could have stood up within myself and I could have armed myself with the word of God and I could have fought the battles. So God has taught me principles, practical tips. He's taught me things that will cause you to stand in the face of life's challenges and battles. And the podcast is going to be about that. For the first 6 weeks or so, we'll be talking about survive. I'll be sharing my testimony with you. I'll be sharing those nuggets with you to equip you and to empower you to succeed. My name is Nando Williams, and I'm just here to say I love you. Go forward, be prosperous, be blessed, and be successful.
Welcome back to Live at Icon Towers. That was my beautiful wife, Pastor Nandi Flora Williams, sharing her personal testimony and giving us an insight into something that is already running and is going to be coming to you. Treasures for Living. Watch out for that podcast. Every Wednesday, she's going to be joining me on this show, at least every Wednesday, maybe more. If I have my way, a bit more, but every Wednesday, because the last time we had her, people responded so positively. You know, people prefer to look at her beautiful face instead of my face. People are partial, you know. I don't mind. I'm not complaining. I get to see my wife all the time. So I'm allowing you have just what God has blessed me with at least once a week. So it's all right. It's all right. Now, exactly 20 days ago, we started this journey. This is our 19th episode. And it started as just a challenge. I was watching the news, and I didn't like what I was seeing on that channel because it was just bad news. So I switched to another channel, CNN, bad news, switch all the channels. Then I was like, okay, let me listen to the radio. And the same thing, it was just fear, concern, death. And I'm thinking, surely God has something more. Surely there's a bit more beyond just the virus. There is life. In the midst of the darkness, there is hope. And I felt in me that instead of complaining about it, why don't I create something? Why don't I not permit that news in my life alone or complain about the news that I'm watching? Why don't I create content? And I got in touch with a few people and everybody loved the idea, and that's how the journey began. Live at Icon Towers was a once-a-month program that we were doing at Icon Towers. We make videos, all sorts of videos, documentaries, music videos, feature films. You know, but I felt maybe we should try just daily for about 5 or 7 minutes, bring fresh content, and I allowed people send in their ideas, and I got over 100 responses. But just so, because some of you might not have seen it, let me remind you how the journey began. It has become very clear to me that we need an alternative to BBC, CNN, and the others. I find the news to be oppressive and unedifying, just too much bad news. Something different is needed. Something that is wholesome, informative, something that is kingdom-driven, that is cutting-edge, something that is countercultural when required. Now, in the last few years, I've covered and produced lifestyle content, music videos, feature documentaries, news, informative content. Some have been controversial, some political, religious, educative, entertainment, a combination of all sorts of content. But what exactly would you love to see? Film reviews, family-friendly comedy, live performances, talk shows, riveting interviews with influencers? You just let us know. Share your thoughts with us. I'm not sure, so I'm going to let you, the viewers and the audience, decide what content you want us to put out there. Content for the people, content by the people. Of course, it has to be relevant and engaging and constructive. So give us your ideas, your topics, issues you want us to talk about and address. Throw a challenge to everyone out there and let's see whether we can create something worth doing. It will start with a daily program of about 5 to 7 minutes. and we'll see if people will engage and support and share and participate. It's very important that you let us know what you think. Now, what time do you think this broadcast should be? In the morning or in the evening, especially at this time of social distancing? The aim is for a daily 1-hour program live from Icon Towers. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. Now let's do this. Welcome back to Live at Icon Tower. So that's it. That's the vision. That's the plan, the aim, the goal, why we are doing what we are doing. And we've had the privilege of shooting for many, many artists. And we've had corporate clients, charities, churches, government. You know, I remember we did this particular project for the mayor of London. You know, I mean, we've had just all sorts of content done for a wide range of clientele. So I want to encourage you, if you want to shoot a documentary, or you want to make a music video, or you want to do a feature movie, or just get in touch. info@icontowers.net. info@icontowers.net. And we will be able to like help you out with that. Recently we worked on a video just to give you an idea of the kind of things we do in Icon Towers studio. We do loads of live production, but we did this production here. People don't realize that we also do audio production. In other words, artists coming, we have a vocal booth, you can record your music, record your album. It's a lot of work, but it's work that we take time to do. And the next track I'm going to play for you was produced in Icon Towers by Icon Towers, and loads more will be coming like this. The name of the song is called Only You. Let me see if I can bring that up shortly. But before I do that, one thing I forgot to mention also is we run what we call the Icon Towers Film Academy. And recently we did a one-day film school. And these are some of the visuals and images where we break down the principles of production, recording your audio, cinematography, you know, presenting, handling your cameras, lighting. You know, these are some of the guys that participated in the last Film Academy. A wide range of people from different backgrounds, different ages, very young, you know. You can see in the background there's a grandfather right there. He doesn't look like that. He looks like a 30-year-old man, but the truth is he's actually a grandfather with his grandson beside him, you know. And so nothing stops us from telling stories. As long as we have our phone, all of us can use the principles of filming, cinematography, storytelling, and we can put out stories. And that's why we've been featuring on this show people using their phone to take pictures, to make short videos, like the video that I just showed you of my wife. That was done on a phone. You know, brilliant stuff happening. A lot more. Very interactive, very engaging, very eye-opening. We have the award-winning cinematographer Yinka Edward right there taking a class on cinematography. We did a bit of sound too, you know, and we have the rap artist Snatcher, Soul Snatcher, you know, doing his thing there with a boom mic. Very interactive, and of course a lot of banter going on. Loads of fun too. Also, we help you package your, one thing we do, we also help you package your graphics and music. For example, I worked on this track, another Icon Towers production, got on the beach in Lagos and decided to shoot this video. But one of the things we can do is not just produce your music, but also package. Someone will say, Pastor, you are marketing. Of course I'm marketing. What do you think I'm doing? That's the whole idea, because people need to know that we can do stuff like this. You know, can you imagine me playing the saxophone? You know, let me give you a bit of that. So that's me doing my thing. The name of that song is called Make My Life, and that's the instrumental version. Some songs you just need to like take a walk on the beach, you know, just chill and just spend time with God, and that's the principle behind this kind of a song. But I want to encourage us, support your brother. It's on iTunes and all those platforms, you know, Google Play, Amazon, Spotify. I have some tracks on all those platforms, so check them out. Lovely songs to help you in your time of worship and just have a lovely time just spending time meditating on God's word. Sometimes I just take a walk on the beach or just stroll and have a romantic stroll with the Lord where you're discussing some deep things. And that is the prayer of our life, Lord. Make our life all you want. Make our life all you want. So don't forget, we have the capacity, we have the studio, we have the skills, and we have the manpower to help you bring your visual dreams to come to pass. So, hey, get in touch with us. I'm going to show us another video, Only You, something we worked on recently that I'm very proud of, as we had an orchestra coming to the studio, and it was just lovely to like get some big band going on at the Icon Tower studio. But don't forget, let me quickly just show that again so people go and check. Support your brother. Go right there, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, even on YouTube. Just stream it, play it, share it, and it will go a long way to help us do what we're doing. I believe that we should support each other, and that's why this platform is about showcasing different artists, showcasing different talents as they bring their thing. The next song I'd like to bring us is called Only You. Really love that track. Beautiful track, produced by our very own producer, Femi LAI, produced at the Icon Tower Studio, featuring the Praise Factory Orchestra. Amazing stuff. So we do stuff like that. We do stuff where we have live performances, live streaming, like we're streaming live from the studio right now, and then we also go out. In the last year, we've filmed across, I think, I've lost count of how many countries we've had to go into film, but trust me, it's been across multiple nations, filming, streaming, and just doing production. So you want to shoot a video, get in touch with us. Some people might not know this, but apart from the fact that I'm a producer, I also pastor a church. And it is the 70th anniversary of this church called Spirit Life. So I'd like to invite every one of us. Next Saturday, we are having a special time as we mark our 7th year. And I'd like to invite every single one of us. Over the years, we have had a fantastic lineup of messages, and we've not made too much noise, but we've had some amazing, amazing guests and some very piercing messages, you know. Let me quickly talk about the mission because it's important at this time. What exactly is Spirit Life about? We focus on 4 main areas. You know, I think I should just let the video speak.
Welcome to Spirit Life audio series of teachings. Spirit Life is a ministry focused on media, mission and motivation, empowering the contemporary generation in fulfilling their God-ordained purpose. It is a creative hub facilitating partnerships in kingdom-centered media and initiatives. Spirit Life is not just a church planting mandate, but a platform for social action and community engagement.
So that is Spirit Life for you. Basically, we believe media is one of our major tools of expression, but really at heart, our motivation or our motive for action is missions. And that's why we said missions, motivation, media, and of course, marriage, which also covers family life. I want to invite every one of us on the 25th of this month. We are having a wonderful time of 25th. I think that date is wrong. This is saying 25th of May. It's meant to be 25th of April, which is next week, Saturday. So join us as we have a wonderful guest. Joining us on this whole platform will be Pastor Omoba of Christian Concern. It's going to be a lovely time. And something that we'll be sharing. We've had some powerful messages. For example, I remember this series, which we did, let me see if I can bring some of the images up, called Basilio. We feel that the creative world is one of the main areas the Lord has given us grace to operate in, you know, and I'm privileged to be the under shepherd of the church called, or the mission and the mandate called Spirit Life Missions. Of course, over the years, we've also had some fantastic guests like our dear Bishop Bob and Teju Alonge. They have been a regular feature. If we were not having Spirit Life here, we probably will be having the church with them in Coventry. For many years, they've been a blessing to us. I remember many years ago, it was because of them I came to the UK. You know, And we thank God for that lovely covenant relationship. We have also been graced with a powerful minister of God, Pastor Chris Delvan Guamna, you know. And we have all of these messages and all these videos on our YouTube channel. So check Spirit Life Missions on YouTube or Spirit Life Missions on Facebook, and you will get to catch up on all those messages. We have loads of messages there. It's very important that we just let people know that you can gain access to those things and build yourself, because there is a scarcity of a word that is edifying and that is cutting edge and that is sound doctrinally these days. I'm just checking my time and trying to see, should I open the line, shouldn't I? Well, I think I should bring you a word from our sponsors right now. Welcome back to Live at Icon Towers. Wow. I did something which I'm so happy that I was part of, and I'm so glad. Let me show you some images. So this particular photographer, his outfit is called Short Stories Photography, and he uses his phone. That's what he uses. He doesn't have a camera. And we started sharing photos and images of people, and we asked that people should send in their images, and he sent his images, and he won for 2 weeks back, and he continues to hold first place in terms of all the photos that people send in. Now, I just kind of felt that we should encourage him by awarding him £1,000 worth of services from Icon Towers, which basically means a lot. You'll get a lot with those kind of services. From promo to, on average, we shoot a music video for about £2,000, £2,500, just for the cost of production and all of that. Of course, that doesn't include all the props and all the bands and all of that, but just so we can support this guy. And I had this idea that, let me bring the photos up. I had this idea that let's support this guy beyond just services. Let's see if we can buy him a camera, because if he doesn't have a camera and he's taking such fantastic photos, what if we put a camera in his hand? We probably have given him a tool that would help him set up and encourage other creatives too and tell a powerful story. He recently sent this, just yesterday, he sent these photos. He's not playing easy. With his phone, he's able to like create such iconic imagery. And he said he's very, very glad and grateful to God that he's able to achieve one of his chief drives, which is his ability to inspire people to discover their gifts. He's glad that as the days go by and as we're getting involved, he's able to achieve that, you know. He now wrote to me, he said that gladness floods his heart and his soul as he gets to share the light of the gospel with people. Some photos of his, he said, are accompanied by poetic captions of hope on Facebook, and have helped drive away suicidal thoughts from some of his friends. This is an imaginable level of honor to me, he says. I'd like to read this out because it's quite encouraging when we get feedback from people who appreciate what we're doing. Icon Towers Studio will forever have a place in history, in the history of short stories photography. Thank you so much for being part of this humble beginning. I have never believed this much in what God is about to do with short stories photography until now. May God reward your kindness and great support. I mean, I think we should encourage this guy and send him a camera. So I want to call on us one more time as we pull this program to an end. If you have 2 cameras and you'd like to send one to a budding photographer, please send it through us or get in touch with me if you would like to give towards that. Someone heard this and the person decided, I would like to support this and send £30. Another person found out about this initiative and said, whatever anybody gives, he's going to match it. That is amazing. Someone else has decided to match what anybody else gives. And I'm saying so on air so you know. Short stories photography, if somebody sends in, like someone has sent in £30, so you already have £60. If another person sends in, for example, another £30, that's another £60, so that's £120. Can you imagine if someone sends in £100 and you match that, that's £200. Definitely we're going to buy that camera one way or another. So I want to encourage you, if you want to be involved in this, please get in touch, info@icontowers.net, or send me a personal message via the Icon Towers Studio Facebook. Let's see if we can start. You know what conviction I have is this, that as we start doing this on this show, we're going to get corporate sponsors who would find some stories and start giving scholarships through this platform. It's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Short Stories is the first photographer that is benefiting from this, but I'm so sure that many other people are going to benefit from such a powerful initiative. So if you would like to yes, Uncle Reggie is asking, is that Shadrach in Jos? Yeah, Shadrach, that was Shadrach's daughter playing the keys. That was Faith Bahago. That's Shadrach's little daughter that did that wonderful piece of music. Like I was saying, if you would like to be part of that, in fact, right now, if you would like to be part of that, please chat with me. Let me know. We still have just a few more minutes. Send a message. Honestly, let's see if we can support this guy. I believe part of why we set up this platform is to be able to raise support for people, encourage them, inspire them. Someone put a camera in my hand and look at it. Because he put a camera in my hand, I've done all sorts of productions. We've set up multiple TV stations. We've set up all sorts across several countries. You know, we've trained so many people just because someone encouraged me. Let's encourage this young man. So please get in touch if you would like to be part of that. Let me quickly get on Facebook and check if anyone has dropped a comment. I'm looking at the time. We have a few more minutes. Maybe I should also open up the line just in case somebody wants to call and say, you know what, I'd like to support that young man and I'd like to send £100, £50, £10. I don't care, whatever you want to do. Let's buy a camera for the young man, man. That's what I'm doing right now. I'd like to do that. So if you want to be part of that, send me a message right now via Facebook or give me a call on 01268 411 909. I'm very spontaneous sometimes. I just do crazy things, you know. I remember I went to preach somewhere some years ago. Literally just went to preach. And while we were busy worshiping in that particular service, I was like, Lord, I love you. I love you. I worship. And the Lord said, will you give up anything? And I said, yeah, I'll give up anything. And the Lord said, will you give up your car for me? And I'm like, yeah, I don't mind. If you want my car, I'll drop it. I remember clearly I traveled with a protocol person who was helping me that day. And I got up, went to the front, and I dropped my car keys. Boom. You know? And I did not even know how I was going to go back because it was in another state. And I just dropped my car keys. Because the Lord asked me, he said, do you want to give out cars or do you want to own a car? And I said, I'd like to give out cars. Do you know, from the moment I gave that car out, I've given out several cars. I've received several cars. I've had people walk up to me and just drop their car keys. It's happened to me several times. Not once, not twice. Honestly, Someone would just, it's happened several times. At the time, people thought I was a car dealer because people just started giving me cars. I wouldn't even ask sometimes. I might have a need and I'm thinking, oh my, we have a need. We need to buy something in church, you know. And then someone just comes up and say, Pastor, the Lord told me to give you my car. I say, oh, thank you. Give the car to me. And I sell the car and I buy the equipment we need. You know, why I'm sharing this with us is because I have practiced crazy giving. I know some people abuse it, but let me tell you something. I remember just about 3 years ago, I felt we needed an upgrade in the studio. So I just began to give out the studio equipment. I just started giving them out. Bam, 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 bam. And of course, God replenished, because when you sow, you receive. So that's my little bit of encouragement in terms of maybe one day I'll bring in someone like Pastor Olumide, because we've not finished our talk the other time as we began to talk about not just tithing, which, to be honest, God does not call us on that level. As New Testament believers, the Lord is asking us to give all. We're not talking about 10% here. We're talking about honoring the Lord with all of our might, with all of our creativity, with our imagination, with all of our resources. Whew, that's a mouthful. So please get in touch with me if you would like us to support that dear guy concerning getting him a camera. I would like to do that. Already we have £60 coming, and I know that a lot more people will respond. So get in touch, share a message with me, send me a personal message if you don't want to, like the other person who has chosen to be anonymous. Does not want to announce it, but has said anything anyone gives, they are going to match it. Can you imagine someone gives us £1,000? That person will match it. Ha! That would be lovely. We'll get this guy a crazy camera. I promise you, anything that's given, I'll make it public, you know, and make sure we get him a camera. We're not going to do this for long, so I'm just going to stop there. So far, I hope you've enjoyed the show. So once again, we are raising support for getting this young man, Short Stories, a camera. He didn't tell me this. He just sent in some photos, and I was so inspired, and I felt one of the things we should start doing is to support young creatives like this. And that's exactly what we are doing as an organization. So please continue to send me your ideas, your comments, how you believe or what you think we can do to improve the show. We'll do that. I'm going to be closing with Triple O shortly. But before we do that, let me just check to make sure. Okay. Thank you very much. It's been good having you on the show. I want to keep it short. Once again, don't forget, join us next Saturday, 7 p.m. Of course, join us every single day, 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. apart from Sunday. We are bringing to you live at Icon Towers. And of course, every single Sunday, Spirit Life Missions, we meet, we worship at 10. Of course, we're meeting online because of social distancing, but we'll be coming live at you. So check. I'm not saying don't go to your own church website, but if you're available, 10 a.m. every Sunday morning, we're streaming live Spirit Life Missions. It's been good having you on the show. I know I've tried to break protocol, and I didn't plan to even do half of what I've done in terms of talking about raising support, but I think we should do that. I'm quite excited about that possibility. I have a strong conviction that corporate clients are going to be sponsoring people on this show. That's my conviction. Once again, don't forget, join us, same time. We're not coming live tomorrow because we're going to be in church, but we'll be back Monday, 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. A lot of other people are joining. Thank you so much for commenting and watching. You have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye for now.
Tell me I was looking. I be Peter Pan, I just wanna bring the hook in. Singing other melodies, F and I a chap 3, take it down to 17, looking at a good thing. They can't trust a brother with a strap. In the faith, see my brother's got my back, and we back that shit. But I love to elapse that to the point. Now this thing's never abstract. You can have that, you can have that. Lord knows I'm not alone anymore. Give me a hand clap. Pause. I can now rest assured that my family act as a canopy, covering the